बेटा सिर्फ दो ही बात जानता है, मारना या मरना।
In cinema, a bullet misfired is a forgiven. But in defense films, even a single inaccurate detail is a disservice to our real heroes. I am Narendra Raurikar, and this is a story of how we bring India's defense forces to the screen with authenticity, reverence, and precision. We have done a lot of movies on the defense background, navy background, or you can say air forces. So all this, whenever we do the sets or build any kind of interiors of this kind of armed forces, we have to be very particular. A, with their accuracy. B, with detailing. And C, with the full research. We can't go wrong. We have done multiple films on this background. We are really want to be very particularly getting into these films. We had a tie-up with some international prop makers and all that. So whatever we have to create, we have a in-house printing technology, 3D printing technology. We can create armory and artillery department we have, where we create a really great rubber guns and all that. So these are the things which we really make sure that it is happening. When I design a set that represent the Indian Army, I remind myself, this is not just a barracks or base camp. It's a symbol of trust, and that trust must reflect in every detail, from the layout of the command room or the engraving on the weapon. Everything has to be precisely and right. Cinema may dramatize the action, but the set must always stand on the discipline, reality, and honor. We can't go wrong with the defense sets. The audience includes veterans, officers, families of the martyrs. Every belt buckle, every tank hatch, every radio set must be right. जितना भी detailing कर सकते हो, flags, boards, anything, it has to be right and perfect. To make that happen, research is constant. Teams visit war memorials, consult defense personnels, and study actual military engineering plans. For Bhuj, we recreated an entire indoor village, an Indian Air Force base, MiG-21, jets, bunkers, and military headquarters. We also built a full-scale transport aircraft which is I-20, which is 120 feet long, that actually moved on the runway. We placed truck engine onto it, and with the base of truck engine, it was moving. This was not a CGI, this was a real. Action director Peter hence collaborated with us to the choreograph plane sequences. Our team created MiGs, automatic anti-aircraft guns, and even the Ajay Devgan, which is firing that anti-aircraft gun, that was also designed by us. IRE dealt with the intelligence, surveillance, internal corruption. The design had to be sleek, modern, yet grounded in the world of Indian intelligence, RAW, CBI, those kind of intellectuals, or you can say military intelligence and all that. So this film was on that background, and we really created amazing things for that. The challenge here was certainly less visible guns, more coded spaces. We used soundproof rooms, biometric access props, satellite tracking terminals based on actual DRDO designs. Whatever the DRDO uses it, after doing a research on the army and all that intelligence, we created some kind of gadgets which has been used in those films. When we do the Air Force things which we have done for the Captain Boom is a sci-fi but rooted Indian values. So even while designing a spaceships and base stations, We did some kind of research with the ISRO, NASA, and some Hollywood films where the people have seen it, people know it, how does it work. For Sara Akash, which was entirely based on the Indian Air Force, we replicate Indian Air Force training academies with accuracy. From the designing of helmets to the runway signs, even the body language of the officers was choreographed in the consultation with the Air Force advisors. Their costumes, their gears, the mace, all the signages and everything which we have created. And Air Force was my really very close to my heart because I acted also in that show. So making weaponry and tactical assets is a really again a very close to my heart. From tanks to sniper rifles, every weapon had to feel used, not just placed. We studied real models of Bharat Dynamics and even museum archives to build replicas. We have some gun suppliers and all that where we have really find out which kind of artilleries they are using in original and how we can use it as a rubber one, because it has to be easy to hold the entire army. We built anti-aircraft guns with the working rotors, real weight artillery cases, launch pads for the short range missiles, field communication boxes and infrared night goggles, all from scratch. For border post bunkers, we use real sandbags, reinforced wood, iron lattice and camouflage pattern accurate to the retain. Desert of Bhuj, urban of Ayari. We even painted tactical maps by hand, layered with the fake intelligence documents. The control rooms had functioning switches, authentic Indian Armed Forces insignia and warning sirens. We create everything in-house. So that is a big advantage for us. Interfacing with the research and defense consultant. We worked closely with the retired colonels, DRDO engineers and Air Force veterans. Their feedback was gold. Even misplaced radio frequency panel could be a factual error. They helped us to avoid it. Each and every detail of props and what kind of things we are using it, we really did research and talked to them, did couple of meetings and understood what has to be there. In some cases, weapon symbols were approved only after the multiple rounds of verification with the military historian and protocol officers. Every defense film we do is more than cinema. It's a salute, and that salute should be with the dignity and perfection. The Indian soldier deserves no less. The respect is not in dialogue, it's in the detail. A perfect folded uniform, a torn flag held together, a dented helmet. This visual speaks more than words. I have done fantasy, I have done mythology, but when I build defense sets, I build history, I build respect. These are not just props, they are representations of the men and women who defend our country. In the world of cinema, the Indian Defense Forces don't just fight villains, they fight forgetfulness. And designers like me and Define Art, we ensure that we remember them in every frame. So when we do the R&D and all that, we make sure that we have a people on board, which is a Indian Army, Navy or Air Force veterans, retired colonels or officers who will help us with the protocol, will help us with the research and all that, and we'll make sure that nothing is going wrong. Few of the props we get it from departments and we recreate them. For recreation, we have our inner different departments, and this is how the entire thing happens. Thank you.